Perioral dermatitis is kind of like a tricky rash. It's an inflammatory skin condition that is frequently mistaken for acne, rosacea, and seborrheic/contact dermatitis, but it's a lot different. And perioral means around the mouth, but here's the thing. It could also occur around the eyes and nose too, which is why it's often called periorificial dermatitis, which means around an opening. In this video, I wanted to go over what perioral dermatitis is, how to get rid of it, how to stop it from reactivating, as well as talk about the skincare routine you should have if you experience it. So stay with me till the end. Also guys, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. Let's talk about what it is and the characteristics of perioral dermatitis. Now, it's going to be commonly found on young female adults, and it consists of small inflammatory papules and pustules, or pink scaly patches around the mouth that can produce itching, burning, and stinging sensations in the area. But sometimes it doesn't cause stinging or itching at all. Sometimes it just ends up as dry and scaly patches around the rash. And unlike acne, perioral dermatitis doesn't cause blackheads or whiteheads. The bumps and inflammation look more as if it's rosacea, which is why it's known as rosacea's first cousin. And it wasn't until Hailey Bieber, who first shared her experience on Instagram, that perioral dermatitis became more commonly known. This is what she wrote. I have something called perioral dermatitis, which I've had for a few years now. It gets triggered by different things and usually shows up on my cheeks, around my mouth, or something around and under my eyes. And this is going to be super important here, guys. Something that I want you to take away from this video are the different triggers that activate it. Hailey's triggers, she mentions, are a product that is too harsh, weather, masks, which I'll come to in just a second, and certain SPFs. With the mask thing, it's actually quite simple. Masks can exacerbate perioral dermatitis since it actually creates a warm and damp environment that changes the microflora on the skin, which then results to inflammation. But what are some other triggers? A big one that not a lot of people are aware of is going to actually be your fluoride toothpaste, of all things. Definitely switch to a non-fluoride toothpaste if you ever experience this. Also guys, dirty sunglasses, usually around the rim of your sunglasses, can harbor a lot of germs and fungi. Then you put those germs on your face, and for some that could be a trigger. But your more common triggers are going to be your nasal or inhaled corticosteroids, corticosteroid creams when used long-term, fragrances, some types of birth control, and even laundry detergent. What makes it challenging is the fact that it can also be from foods, hormones, and genetics, and we aren't really sure as to why the skin reactivates with these triggers, but what we do know is the importance of identifying all your triggers and eliminating them one by one until you have the condition under control. And in terms of getting rid of it, being gentle to the skin is going to be your best bet. So if you get anything from this video, focus on being gentle to your skin. This means stopping any harsh products for the face and talking to a dermatologist if you're using a corticosteroid cream or hydrocortisone on the face, if it's okay for you to stop using these creams. These creams are known to be triggers. Once you speak to your dermatologist, they might want you to start right away on a metronidazole or a clindamycin lotion, cream, or gel. It's actually common too to get prescribed topical sulfur preparations or prescription strength azelaic acid gel. These are going to target the inflammation. Sometimes though, if you stop the steroid cream, the flare-up can worsen before it gets better. So keep that in mind. I know it's going to feel intuitive to reapply it, but these creams only make it worse. And depending on the strength of the steroid cream, if it's a high potency one, you may need to slowly wean off it by using a low potency one, such as hydrocortisone cream, before you discontinue altogether, because the rebound flare-ups are real with these creams and can come back on with a vengeance. But eliminating harsh ingredients really should be the first thing you do. Other ingredients I would avoid are your heavy oils, serums, emollients, and thick moisturizers. In addition to the antibiotic creams like Metrogel, Azelaic Acid, and Sulfur, you might be put on topical calcineurin inhibitors such as tacrolimus ointment or Protopic, or pimecrolimus cream like Elidel, which can also be very effective since they work on T cells to dampen down the immune response, especially if it's your immune system that's causing the perioral dermatitis in the first place. Most of the time, you will find relief from one of these options. If not, then your dermatologist might prescribe you antibiotics to be taken by mouth. So keep that in mind too. And in terms of your skincare routine, It's going to be three things: a super gentle fragrance-free cleanser, a lightweight oil-free moisturizer, and a broad-spectrum mineral-based sunscreen of SPF 30 or more. It's a good reminder that sometimes the best way to take care of your skin is to keep it simple. By sticking to these three things, cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen, that I'll leave below for you as my affiliate link to some good options for this condition. In the meantime, you want to make sure you stop your retinols too, like also your AHAs and BHAs, your vitamin C serums, and all the other actives. The biggest mistake I see is thinking more products to your routine automatically equals better skin. It's just not the case. Just because you see a famous TikToker doing a 10-step skincare routine and their skin looks like a dolphin's, doesn't mean that you should start one now too. But let's say you want to find some over-the-counter products and you're not going the prescription route and you're not seeing a dermatologist, because I get that it can be expensive and access is not always available. I always recommend that you do, because you'll find the most accurate and evidence-based care with having someone look at your specific severity and decide what you really need. Because like I said, it can sometimes look like other conditions too, not just rosacea. It could also be demodex, serangiomas, and tinea faciae. These are all said to look the same, but nonetheless, I'm here to tell you that some people can do fine with azelaic acids and sulfur treatments that you can find in your local drugstore. The 10% sulfur soap by Joesoef and the 10% azelaic acid suspension by The Ordinary are two great options here. You could use the soap first and follow it up with the azelaic acid and seal it in with the CeraVe moisturizer, for example. I'll leave the links for these in my description as well. And in terms of how long to see significant improvements, if you're going on with the prescription therapy route, you'll see improvements in about 2 weeks. But with that said, it's not always the case for everyone. Sometimes it can take weeks to months too. Sometimes the symptoms will simply go away once you stop the steroid cream. And if you're going with the sulfur and azelaic from over-the-counter route, or just ordering it off Amazon, it can take a little longer too, depending on the severity. It's hard to give an exact time for it. And once it goes away and you identified all your triggers, please do me a favor, guys, and really only introduce new skincare ingredients to your routine very slowly, and always make sure you patch test them first. Make sure they are free of fragrances and are actually formulated well and are pH friendly as well. The last thing we need is for perioral dermatitis to get reactivated 2 to 3 weeks later, all over again, and you have to start from scratch. But I'm more curious to hear from you guys though. What's your experience been with perioral dermatitis or rosacea and facial redness? What works and doesn't work for you? Would love to read them down below. In the meantime, guys, if you found this video helpful, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you guys on the next one.